What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Tastemakers Palette here to bring you another review. Hope that you are all well. Just here to bring you another review. I want to bring some more essentials to the table. I've done a couple of essentials reviews as of late. Again, as of recent, I picked up on my first few essentials pieces. I kind of skipped over it, knew about it since it came out, and I was kind of focusing on the main line when Fear of God came out, and then when Essentials dropped, I kind of was like, yeah, okay, I'll focus, I'll focus on picking up pieces from the main line because I was a fan. But ever since I picked up the few pieces that I picked up, I've been really, really, really impressed, and feel that Essentials is definitely a brand that can be an integral part of my everyday everyday activity rotation. Very comfortable, stylish in terms of cut, and the different cuts that they have to offer for their pieces. Quality is there, very heavy duty, cotton's used. And again, it's a minimalist brand, but Jerry Lorenzo knows how to do little things to keep the brand from being monotonous. Really, really love it. So today, what I'm gonna bring you, I've got a couple of different pieces that are coming in different shipments. So I don't want to inundate the channel with just essentials. So I'll bring the pieces to you as they come. I normally try to do one piece at a time in a video because of it's just human nature. Our attention span is all over the place and stuff. So I want to focus on like fit and different things that help you to make more informed retailer decisions. But again, so that we don't inundate the channel with piece after piece after piece, I'll try to squeeze in maybe one extra piece, two extra pieces at the most. So today I've got two pieces for you. I have the relaxed Fear of God Essentials sweatshirt in heather gray, so it's mock neck, and I have the Fear of God Essentials thermal Henley, which I thought was kind of an off the beaten path piece. I've seen a lot of reviews, and there's no shortage of reviews for hoodies and sweatshirts, but hadn't seen people doing reviews on things like the the thermals and such. So I'll bring that to you today. So I'll do the thermal first. The thermal I originally bought in an XL, and I bought the thermal to match the track pants that I bought. And so I like to match tops and bottoms when I buy like either track or sweat. So I like to have like either a hoodie and a jogger, or a track and a track top. And they didn't have the track top in my size. So the only thing I could find to really match the track bottoms off with were the thermal. And I think that it's a nice casual, put together. But let's take a look at the thermal. I originally bought the thermal in an XL, and so this speaks to one of the reasons why I do these reviews. The XL was a bit big because Fear of God Essentials is they're typically oversized, and what I'm seeing as a pattern is you have to kind of pay attention to the way the items are described. So the hoodies, the oversized hoodies, you can size down in typically. I'm a big guy, and I wasn't sure if the way I'm going to try to explain this so you can understand it. Sometimes the way things fit for smaller sizes are not the same for bigger sizes. Once that body fat starts increasing, or that body mass starts getting bigger, the rules change a bit. You can have, the sleeves may be too long. There's so many different things that can be different. I'll simplify what I'm trying to get at by saying that from what I see being reviewed, and when I see other reviews on YouTube, they're usually smaller guys, usually under 200 pounds. Usually well under 200 pounds, but they say you can size down typically in the tops. I would say the same rule applies for the big guys, just hands down to simplify it. I thought that there may be some element of, once you start getting bigger, you may not have to size down, but that's not the case. Because I bought an XL in this thermal. before, and it was doable, but I wanted something that was a bit more tapered. I like the boxy fit, but not super duper oversized. So here's the Henley. Let's take a look at it and see what's really nice about this. Again, thermal Henley, tight knit, thermal waffle there. Sometimes you see thermals and there's a large waffle design to it. This is the tight knit. The sleeves on the Henley are not collared off or cuffed off rather. Nice round neck Henley there. One button exposed, or one button actually, so which is really nice. But I like the way that looks. Regular Fear of God logo on the back with the plastic, so we still got that touch to it. It's in gray and black, and regular Essentials branding on the inside tag. And with these minimalist pieces, there's really not much to it. It makes my review job pretty easy. Typically, it's all about the fit. So, and let's take a look. Let's see how it fits. I'll go ahead and try that on. And again, guys, if you look at any of my reviews and you see me reviewing a top, you probably most of the time will not see me reviewing a large. It's always going to be an extra large because that's just typically the size that I wear comfortably. And most of the brands that I wear, they tend to even still run a bit small, and the extra large still somewhat fits. So this is almost like sizing down, if you really could, like a size and a half, not just a whole size. But yeah, this is a large, and it's a beautiful fit. A beautiful fit. It feels beautiful. Let's see how it looks on camera. And here we go. Still got an oversized feel to it. The one thing that I will say is that if you size down things like the neck, you size them down in the neck. I could feel it in the neck. So this will probably be rocked unbuttoned, but this is what we're looking like at a large thermal. So still got a good amount of room in there. Not super flary, not super duper baggy, but a good look. So, and not super duper tight, The sleeves are the right length. They hit right above the wrist and run a little bit into the hand, but not too far into the hand. So this is a good feel. Gives you the oversized, but not too much of the oversized. And I like this look for the track pants because the track pants I bought those true to size at an XL, but they're not super relaxed. They're like a tapered straight leg, which again, I think you have to pay attention to these Fear of God Essential reviews to make sure that you're getting the size that you're looking for. So there's that with the thermal. Really nice touch, kind of light, but really nice look. Really nice look. Now let's take a look at number 2. Let's take a look at what we have here. The Fear of God sweatshirt in heather gray. And I really like this. I've also sized down in this, and I used my experience with the hoodie that I most recently bought and went with my instinct, and it worked out. So here we have the Fear of God Essentials mock neck sweatshirt, again in heather gray. Nothing much to it, nice mock neck, oversized boxy look, cuffed sleeves. All right. Bellowed bottom. So there is no cinch at the bottom, it flares, which I really like. And this is where your Essentials logo lives, on this one, on the back of the sweatshirt. So this logo is in a felt finish, and I like that. And these are the things that I say Jerry Lorenzo, he does to make the brand not monotonous. Like, you might see just a screen print on the back. You might see the logo finished in reflector. You see it now here in felt. So, those are the different things that you can switch up to add a little spice to the brand and make it like, it's not like the same thing every season. Change the position, change the logo, the material of the logo. Nice touch. Here's your signature plastic logo there. It's a good look. And here is the logo on the inside of the tag, which is rubberized. I like that too. Adds a bit of quality to it. The only thing that bothers me about the felt finish is, like, and I already see it, I just pulled it out of the bag, is when hair gets caught to it, then it looks hairy. So I'd have to keep like using either a felt brush or a lint brush to keep it looking clean, especially being that it's black. But whatever, man, it's still a nice little piece. Now I'm gonna take a moment here and put this on and show you what the fit looks like. Again, this is a size large. I sized down on this as well. Yeah, man, Favorite God Essentials is one more heart over, man. Like, Needles, Palm Angels, and John Elliott were my kind of daily activity, kick around, cornerstone brands. And now I have made room for another brand. So when I'm just going to the store, chilling, just relaxing, going to the bar or meeting up with some friends at a get together at somebody's house, those will be the brands that are in rotation. Anything shy of going out and dressing up. So, and in some instances, some of those brands you can actually dress up. But here is your large, oversized, boxy look. It's a large. You still get that. It's less baggy than an XL would be, obviously, but we're still bellowed at the bottom. Still plenty of room in the arms. You will feel it in the neck. If you feel it anywhere, big guys, and you size down, you may feel it a bit in the neck, but it's not bad. It's not a bad look. It's not choking you to death. It's actually more clean, if you ask me, because sometimes when you have the crew necks, they stretch and they can get sloppy looking. So, and if anything, I think that this brand gives wherever there's tightness. So yeah. So there you have it on the back. You see the logo on the back. We've got Essentials. And yeah, it's an all-around good look. So let me know what you feel about this. Like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate you guys, going through this review with me. Let me know how you feel about it, about this particular sweatshirt. As I bring my other pieces in, I'll review those. I have the relaxed sweatpants coming in, and I also have a pair of the more tapered sweatpants coming in. So I'll review those. We'll go over sizing, see if there are similarities in needing to size down there and that type of thing. Once again, I appreciate you guys for rocking with Tastemakers Palette. Thanks for hanging out with me during this review. Keep doing what you're doing in style. Tastemakers Palette out. Peace.